Hello my friends, in the last session we created this flowchart and now we are going to convert this flowchart into Python program. So we will do that thing here. So my friends, when we are converting the flowchart into the program, we just have to look at the flowchart, whatever is there, we need to convert that thing into the code. We are not allowed to make changes in the logic of that thing because someone gave us the logic and we just have to convert that logic into Python program. Okay, so first let's convert that thing into Python and then these two instructions in Python. So the first instruction is basically we need to ask the name for the employee. So the syntax is in name is equal to input, and then we will write message employee's name. So enter employee's name, and then the next instruction is the salary. So salary is equal to input and enter employee's salary. Now my friend, here we have to make a small change which we cannot do that thing into the flowchart, but we have to do that thing in the Python. So what we have to do, we have to use this salary in at so many other places to do the calculations. So if you look at the flowchart, we are comparing salary here with 2000. We are using salary and multiplying with 20. Here we are using the salary in another formula. We are again comparing the salary with a numeric value 2000. Here we are multiplying salary with 21, with again using the salary in the calculation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 places. Whenever we are comparing two values like this, so if this value is numeric, that should be numeric as well. We can compare only numeric with numeric and string with the string. We cannot compare London with 46. Okay, so here we have to use int, 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 here we have to use int. So instead of doing so many ints, we will use int here, just like we did that thing little earlier. So I'll write int. So all these values will be converted into numeric. Not all values, sorry, salary will be converted into numeric and will be stored in the salary variable. So now we do not have to use the ints at so many places. So now what I'm doing, I am basically now writing this condition. Okay, so according to the flowchart, we need to ask two values. That is what we did here. Now what we need to do, we need to compare salary with 2000. So we know that this is the condition. So we have to use the if instruction. So let's use if, and then salary is greater than or equal to 2000. If this condition is true, look at the flowchart. So if this is true, we have to execute these two instructions. So if this condition is true, these two instructions should be executed, and that is what we have to write it here. We know that when the condition is true, it will execute these two lines. Whenever the condition is true, it will execute these two lines. Sorry, my friends. So what we need to do here, and then tax is equal to salary multiplied by 20 divided by 100. So if you look at this point, we are not using int here. We are not converting int here. We haven't converted salary into int here. Why? Because we did that thing earlier. Because salary will now store an integer value, so you do not have to do the conversions here again. Now the next line, net is equal to salary minus tax. Okay. Now look at this one. So this line is converted into Python. This line is converted into Python. This if is that one, and then we wrote these two instructions here. So when this condition is true, it will execute these two instructions. If this is false, see, if this is false, it will go to the next one. If this condition is false, it will ignore these lines. Indentation is basically telling them that you have to ignore these lines. So now what we have to do, now we have another if here, and that is what we are going to convert into the Python code. So now here I'll go back and I'll write if. The next if is if the salary is less than 2000. So my friends, look at the flow chart. In the flow chart, we have mentioned that if this condition is true, these are the two instructions which need to be executed. So we will indent these two lines and we'll type it there. So now tax is equal to salary times 12 divided by 100, and now salary is equal to, sorry, not salary, net is equal to salary times 12 divided by 100. Okay, this nice weather is from the last program. So now what we need to do, we have done these thing as one. So all these things are converted into Python now, this thing. And when it will execute this line, in every case it will always execute. So when it comes here, it will execute this line. See, if it is coming from here, it will execute these lines. Or if it is, if it is coming from here, see my friends, it will execute this line. If it is coming from here, still it will execute this line. It means these two are unconditional. These two are unconditional. What does that mean? That they will always execute, always. They will always execute. But these lines are conditional. So whenever this is true, then it will execute. Whenever this is true, this will execute. Okay. So now here we'll go back and we'll write print, and then we will write tax calculated is, and I'll write the variable tax and print net salary, and I'll write net here. Okay, so let me maximize the screen, erase the board, and let's run the program. So let's see what it is doing. So it will ask the name of the person, for example James, and salary is 1000. See, so it has calculated salary at the rate of 12. So inside the name, it stored this value. Inside the salary, it stored 1000. Then it checked this condition. Is this condition true? So it picked up the value of salary. Is that greater than 2000? False. So it ignored these lines. It checked this condition. Is the value of salary less than 2000? This is true. So if this is true, it executed this line. And I made another mistake here. So this is basically salary minus tax to calculate the tax. Okay, so it calculated the tax. So inside the tax variable, it stored 120, and here it will pick up the value of salary, which is 1000, minus the value of tax, which is 120, and in net it should store like net, and it should store 880 there. And now it will come and it will print the value of tax. So your value of tax is 120, and then it should print your net is 880. Let's run the code again. James and salary is, that's good. So now let's run this thing again. Peter, for example, his salary is 10,000. So see, now this condition is true. So it calculated at the rate of 20%. So his tax is 2000, and then it calculated the net, which is 8000, and this condition was false, so it ignored these lines. Now my friends, let's make it little more meaningful output. So let's print the line there, and then print the name of the employee, because we have asked the name of the employee. And print name, and then print his actual salary as well. Salary. So his actual salary is stored in the variable salary. And let's now Shafiq's salary is 3000. So now it is printing the information like in more appropriate order. So the name of the employee, which one was Shafiq, his salary was 3000, and then on the basis of his salary, because it was greater than 2000, so it calculated 20% tax and calculated the salary.